Hey everybody, it's Molly with AllEars, and I'm here today with an all-new resort tour. Did the horse give it away? I am at Saratoga Springs. Now, Saratoga Springs is a Disney Vacation Club resort, but anybody can book a room here, and there's a lot of great things going on, especially if you love golf, and you'll see why shortly. Are you ready? Are you excited? We're gonna go exploring. We're gonna talk eats, drinks, things to do. Let's get to it. Saratoga Springs is primarily a Disney Vacation Club resort, and you're gonna see hints of that sprinkled throughout the tour today. It's a little bit more laid back, it's a little more relaxed. They're kind of aiming you towards more of a relaxing resort day a few times, because typically Disney Vacation Club members, they come here a lot and they may want a more relaxed stay. But just because it's a Disney Vacation Club resort doesn't mean you can't book it as available. Anyone can book these rooms just like any other Disney hotel room. You may see some different layouts though from your standard hotel room. They do have single studios, but they also do a lot of villas because again, it's a Disney Vacation Club resort. So you're gonna see 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom, up to 3 bedroom villas. They've got treehouse villas. And depending on the villa and the size of it, you're gonna have various levels of comfort, such as they may have in-room laundry, they may have, most of them are gonna have some kind of kitchen or kitchenette. A lot of them are gonna have actually like a full refrigerator and stove and dishes and pots and pans situation because they're expecting you to stay for a little bit longer or do some of your cooking at the resort. But like I said, anybody's welcome to stay here. It's a beautiful resort. It's kind of on the outskirts of property. It's right near Disney Springs, so it's definitely a little more quieter and laid back than some of the hustle and bustle of some of those more centrally located resorts that are primarily filled with guests that are here not all the time because they're not DVC members. Looking at the Saratoga Springs map, this is a really big resort, so it can be a little confusing if you're not familiar. The carriage house right here, that is your main check-in. That's where Artist Palette, the quick service location, is. That's where Turf Club, the sit-down restaurant, is. That's also where your main pool is going to be. Then it's got neighborhoods like some of the other resorts we've seen, such as Caribbean Beach. And so the neighborhoods are the Grandstand, the Carousel, the Paddock, the Springs, and Congress Park. And you'll see, because this is such a big resort, you will see bus stops throughout the different resorts or different neighborhoods, because this one, like some of the other ones, they're gonna do a lap around the whole resort oftentimes. So you may be on the bus for a little bit longer because you're waiting for them to go pick up people at the other bus stops, depending on where you're located in the loop. Also important to notice that while there's bigger pools, this is the main pool here by the carriage house, some of the neighborhoods also have smaller leisure pools. So you don't have to trek all the way. There's another one right here. You don't have to trek all the way from your room, your villa, to the main pool if you don't want to. Possibly the coolest rooms at Saratoga Springs, and even some of the coolest rooms on property, is they have a whole section that are treehouse villas. These are multi-room villas that are literally in the trees. They're kind of a different section of Saratoga Springs, but while this is a DVC resort, anyone can book those just like anyone can book any of the rooms, of course, based on availability. The main lobby and check-in area is called the carriage house. This is where you'll check in. This is where the kind of central hub of the resort is. When you enter the carriage house, it's a big circular room. I actually really love this big atrium. And this is where you can check in, concierge. I really like it in here. It definitely has like a barn vibe, stable vibe. Of course, this is named after Saratoga Springs, as in New York. And I grew up riding horses and showing horses, so I love the little equestrian details throughout this resort. My favorite detail in the lobby are these portraits hanging of the different Disney horses. There's Philippe and Samson and Khan and Cinderella's horse, who apparently doesn't have a name, Snow White's horse, who also doesn't have a name, Bullseye, and Buck. The horse portraits are hanging over the little kids waiting area in the check-in. In the lobby, there's a TV, and then they've got some coloring and crayons. While you check in, your kiddos can be entertained. The quick service location at Saratoga Springs is off the main lobby, and it's called Artist Palette. There is ample seating inside Artist Palette. If you'd like to eat inside, there's some booths and tables, and I love the light fixtures. And like I said, you can also take it outside. They've got a couple picnic tables out there, or you could bring it out to the pool. This is also where you're gonna find the merchandise location, and then, like I said, the quick service. But we're gonna go shopping first. They also have several things from the new ink and paint line that Disney is doing right now, which I love. It's all a nod to ink and paint and some of Disney's older films when they were all hand painted by ink and paint girls. So you'll see lots of characters throughout this merchandise, some that maybe you don't see that much, like Johnny Appleseed, there's Shere Khan from the Jungle Book, Mr. Toad, the Penguins from Mary Poppins, and then when you see the pictures, they're always like half drawn and half colored or painted in, and then the rest look like they were sketched on. So there's a chip bowl, there's an artist package, like an art kit, $24.99. The chip bowl is $39.99. I actually really like that bowl. There's a drawstring backpack with the castle that's like half done and half not, with sketches of different characters on it. $24.99. There's a lot with this really cute ink and paint set. Maybe the coolest thing, though, are these three-dimensional wooden puzzles that you get to paint yourself. Like, here's the Dumbo one, and it'll look like that, but it comes with paint. $24.99 for these. These would be a really unique present for some kiddos, and it's, like, creative, too. It's a little more exciting. They also have these plate sets. You get one of each of these different characters as depicted here. They're sets of 4. $39.99 for the different plate sets. There's that one. And then there's a little bit different one that's got the penguins from Mary Poppins, the fairies, Cinderella, and Peter Pan. There's more plates, a phone case. There is a lot with this new collection, and this isn't even the half of it. I also really like the Spirit jersey. $69.99 typical Spirit jersey cost. But this collection's everywhere, and they've got a good selection of it here at Saratoga. Hello, J. Thaddeus Toad. I love you so much. There's more. There's some of the t-shirts from this line, like this Lady and the Tramp one is super cute. I love these. I guess they're ornaments, but you could display them all year, that are like little canvases in frames. Those are very adorable. There's a backpack. Continuing through the merch shop, they've got a lot of cute stuff for kiddos, like coloring, autograph books, pens, some really fun pens, like this. There's the genie. That's a funny one. Or, oh, look at this Remy one. And when you click him, I don't know how to click him. There we go. He eats the cheese. Kinda. Well, I'm not good at that. Also spotted some of the H2O Disney Beauty line. Now there is a full spa here, spoiler alert, so you're going to be able to get things there as well. But if you don't want to go to the spa, you can grab some of Disney's beauty line here, lotions, washes, soaps, etc. Some rain gear. And then here is the resort specific stuff. I actually really like that shirt. So all the horse things, there's a men's polo, mugs, shot glasses, toothpick holders, ornament, sweatshirt. And there's a bunch of Vacation Club DVC things as well here. And I know I point this out every time, but there is a small kiosk with things like toiletries, over-the-counter medicine, baby items that if you forgot them, you can grab them here without any stress. So, like I said, small but mighty. There's a bunch of good stuff in here, but it's definitely not the biggest merchandise shop in a resort. But Artist Palette, like I also said, is also food. So now we're gonna go see what you can get here to eat. Like many quick service locations, there are a couple different stations that you can order from, as well as coolers you can grab things out of, and then you will pay with the friendly cast members right over here. When you first walk in, you can grab a menu from this little stand if you don't want to look up at the digital screens. Everything will be listed on here. You can take this stuff to go if you want to bring it out to the pool or your room, or you can eat it here. Looking at it, they've got a couple of different thin crust pizzas that they make here, and they actually have a brick oven, which is great. They've got a Reuben, some other sandwiches, a lobster sandwich, hello, a turkey and brie, that sounds amazing, cheesesteak, a couple salads, and then they have different specials that'll rotate. They also have the breakfast menu on the back here, so they do your classic breakfasts, like they've got like bacon and eggs, omelets, a croissant sandwich, Mickey waffles, and then for kiddos, they've got a couple different breakfast things here, breakfast platter, waffles, egg scramble, and then for lunch and dinner, chicken nuggets, mac and cheese, hot dog, pretty classic kids stuff, but the food here is actually quite good, and this is a quick service, so it would be quick service on the dining plan as well. This is also where you want to come if you want any of the crazy awesome cupcakes that Disney's known for. This is where you'll find them, and they usually have a good cupcake or two in their bakery case that you may not see other places. Scoping out some of these other coolers, they've got a bunch of prepackaged fruits and veggies, pastries such as like bagels. Wow, that looks amazing. Brownies, cookies. You can also do mobile order here, and you'll pick it up right on the far left side of the counter. Because this is kind of a hybrid quick service and merchandise location, if you look in the coolers, you are going to find some stuff that you'll probably be using to take back to your room. Since a lot of these rooms do have a like kitchen setup, you can actually buy eggs and bacon and sandwich stuff if you want to have that in your room. Also, chips and cereal, coffee, tea packets. And if you're going to do a lot of cooking in the room, I actually recommend, if you're driving, bringing it with you. And if you're not doing something like Amazon Prime Now or Shipt or a grocery delivery service, because you're going to be able to get a little more bang for your buck. And that way you can get some of these grocery items delivered to your room that you can cook in your room or you can bring to the park. So like fresh fruit and snacks and kids, things like that. So you're not actually spending as much as it would cost you to buy a, let's see, over $2 banana every time your kid wants a snack while you're in the park. But they have it here should you need it. Continuing our look at the coolers, again, because there are kitchens here, you've got things like frozen pizzas. There are barbecues, grills at a couple of the pool areas in the neighborhoods. So you've got things like, looks like they've got breakfast sausage and tater tots, so you can do that for breakfast, or you can throw some of this stuff on the grill out at your closer to your room. Behind me is the High Rock Springs pool, and this is the big main pool here at Saratoga Springs. This is the one that's on the backside of the carriage house. This is the one that'll have the recreation cast members here doing the different activities throughout the day, so it's going to be your louder family pool. It is a zero entry pool, and it does have 2 whirlpools, so that's very exciting. But if you're the kind of family that's looking for a little bit of fun and excitement, this is the pool you're going to want to come to. At the main pool here, there is a pool bar. It's called On the Rocks at the High Rock Springs, and they've got some food as well as cocktails. They do poolside delivery? What? This is the food from Artist Palette, but it looks like they'll bring it to you at the pool, which is amazing. I confirmed with the bartender that the poolside food delivery does mean you place your order with the bartender and then they bring it out to the pool, which is awesome. And what's even better is that now, since you're ordering from the bar, you could add any of the alcoholic beverages. If you're using a dining plan, it will count as your dining plan. You can't do like the specialty drinks if they have any specials that day, or like a double liquor drink, but you could get one of their standard cocktails, a beer, a glass of wine, and that would count as your quick service meal. And clearly you're going to get better drink options when you're out at the pool than if you were inside, which is really neat. They do have daily specials at this bar that you can't get other places, and they'll rotate those out. And then in addition to that, they've got a lot of your classic Disney bar poolside cocktails. A huge reason to stay at Saratoga Springs is golf. Well, if you're a golfer, that is. But if you're a golfer, you definitely want to check out this resort because Saratoga Springs sits next to / basically on the Lake Buena Vista golf course. Now this golf course and all of Disney's golf courses are run by the Arnold Palmer Foundation, so you know it's going to be good. Because as I learned recently, he's not just the guy that created the delicious lemonade sweet tea beverage. He's a famous golfer, you guys. But anyway, if you want to golf at Walt Disney World, consider staying at Saratoga. You can literally walk to the pro shop where you can pick up your golf cart, you can rent clubs, you can bring your clubs as well. They have an 18-hole course here at Lake Buena Vista. But they also do special sunrise and sunset 9-hole courses if you don't want to commit the full few hours it would take to golf a whole 18 holes. They also have a pro shop here that's got some snacks and goodies, a little cafe if you'd like to grab something. And they do golf lessons. Again, clearly I don't know that much about golf, but what I do know is that if you like golf and you want to play here, you want to book your tee time in advance by calling 407-WW-GOLF, and you can come golf at the happiest place on turf. The pro shop is kind of on the back side of the turf club. If you keep walking around, you'll find it. And they've got everything you're going to need for a round of golf, including probably something you didn't know you needed, which is this Donald Duck getting mad during a golf game polo. Bet you didn't know you needed that, but you do. I feel like I'm too loud for the sport of golf because, like, I know you have to be quiet out there, but I feel like I'm loud just being in the pro shop. But the sweet pro gave me a lot of good information. First things first, to play a whole 18 rounds of golf, 18 holes of golf, a whole round, it's $115, but there is a discounted rate for DVC and annual pass holders. Right now it's $95, but always make sure to ask when you're booking that. He definitely confirmed that you want to book in advance 407-WW-GOLF because they do book up, especially during the summer and the nicer months. And then they have the 9-hole sunrise golf, which comes with a breakfast sandwich and a coffee, and it's under $50. As well as the sunset 9-hole, which comes with a hot dog and a beverage, again under $50, and those are discounted because you're clearly only playing half of a full game, but you get a sandwich and it wouldn't take as much time. So if you're considering golf but worried about the commitment, that might be something fun. You can rent clubs. They're $25 for the 9 holes, $45 for the 18 holes, or like I said, you can bring them with you as well. So they do lessons as well 4 days a week. So if you're a golfer, did you know you could do all this at Disney World? And if so, you may want to stay here at Saratoga. Other things you didn't know you needed. A Mickey golfing backpack. Golf club covers. Look how cute Minnie is playing golf. Oh, there's even a Grumpy. These are adorable. More golf club covers. Or perhaps for something a little smaller and more practical, they have very cute commemorative character golf balls. And there are merchandise discounts here. They're a little bit less than your normal annual pass in DVC. Right now, DVC is 15%, annual pass is 10% off the merchandise here in the pro shop. On the side of the pro shop is Chippendale's Cafe. This is just a little spot where you could grab a nosh before or after your golf. They've got a couple breakfast options, and then it's mostly just like sandwiches and wraps, chips, sodas, beer. But if you're coming out here to golf or you want to take something up on the golf course with you, this is where you could go. Ooh, 6-pack specials. There you go, bring those out there with you. Behind me is the Paddock Pool. This is the second biggest pool in Saratoga Springs, and clearly it's in the Paddock neighborhood. But it also has a bar and grill that maybe you didn't realize was here. This is the Paddock Grill, which truly I didn't know existed for a long time, but it is a quick service location. They do breakfast, lunch, and dinner. They've got different snacks, burgers, sandwiches, a couple of different options. So I figured, might as well try a little something. You will order here with the cast member. They'll get your food for you. And then you get one of these clip-on flyer things, and then you clip it to whatever chair you want. So you can clip it to a table here in this area, or you could clip it to like a lounge chair, and that's how they know how to bring your food or where to bring your food. First things first, I wanted to get a cocktail that you can only get here at Saratoga Springs, one of their specialties. So the bartender suggested the Millionaire Margarita because it's made out of 1800 Despacito, is that right? Tequila, I can't pronounce it, I'm sorry. As well as Grand Marnier lime juice, sweet and sour. Sounds like basically a regular margarita to me, but he said it's really good and it's probably their top seller. So that was enough for me. So here's that margarita now. Oh, that is a good margarita. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I had my doubts. Yeah, I thought that was gonna be sickly sweet and like all syrupy, but it's actually really good. So, congratulations, Saratoga Springs. I thought I'd be drinking like a mint julep or some kind of sea breeze or one of those racing drinks. Yeah, that is a good margarita. Is there anything that special about it? No. Is it the best margarita I've had at Disney World? No. But it's also not the worst margarita I've had at Disney World. And that right there is a win. This is what I got to eat. It's what the bartender recommended. It's a spicy chicken sandwich. It's got a fried piece of chicken, and then it's got a celery and carrot slaw, spicy pepper sauce, and a blue cheese drizzle. He said this and their burger are the most popular. And I love spicy chicken and thought that would be something fun to try. So I'm very excited about this one. That's really good. And it is like chicken wings on a bun. Chicken's nice and crispy. It's not too spicy, but it definitely has a little heat. I love blue cheese, so I'm loving that drizzle. And I also really like the crunch from the carrots and the celery. Whew. I'm glad I got this. I ate a lot of burgers. I love burgers, but this is something a little different. And it's really quite good. And this is a quick service meal. So if you're staying here, this would be a very good use of a quick service meal because you can get that cocktail, bring it to poolside, and yeah, seriously, this is a very good sandwich. You can get fries or slaw. I have fries, obviously. And they're very good fries too. They're like the skinny ones. Nice and crispy. Overall, I'm very impressed, and this is a very good pool bar situation. I have not seen the poolside food delivery like that at a lot of other resorts or any other resort off the top of my head. So I think that's really awesome, especially if you're on the dining plan trying to maximize that and you want to add one of those expensive bar cocktails to go with it. That's pretty awesome. So if you're gonna stay here, definitely keep that in mind. There's a cute little kids swim area here at the paddock pool, as well as another awesome slide. Like I said, this is the second largest pool. It's in the paddock villas, but then there are a few other leisure pools in some of the other villas that aren't gonna have the slide or the pool bar, things like that. Golf isn't the only way to get your recreation on when you're at Saratoga Springs. They have a couple special options. They've got an animation class that does cost a little bit extra, but that'd be really fun. They have a derby dash. Again, costs a little extra, but whenever you do the little fun runs, they're usually about a mile or a mile and a half at Disney resorts, you usually get some kind of prize you couldn't get anywhere else. They also have an arcade. They do the painting classes that they do at some other places, and then they've got yoga as well. These are just a few of the other recreation options. There's some other fun recreation you can do here. They have bikes of all kinds, including the dreaded Surrey bike. And I say dreaded because they are a lot more work than they look like. And then they've got regular bikes too that you can rent from this cute little bike shop on the side near the main pool. And you could rent a bike and head around. And the bike shop is called Horsin' Around, which is very adorable. Here are the bike prices. The Surrey bike comes in a 2 or a 4 seat, and you get a little bit of a discount for being a DVC member. Then you've also got your regular bicycle prices. But I don't know about you, I don't do a lot of bicycling in my spare time. And I think it'd be really fun on a resort day to rent a couple bikes and ride them around this gorgeous and gigantic property. Next to Horsin' Around is Community Hall, and this is something that they have at DVC resorts, and it's basically like a town hall for this resort, and this is where a lot of those activities are going to take place. So the painting classes and the animation classes, they've got some different activities in there that you can just go in and do at any time, like ceramics, and they've got crayons, and they've got a movie playing. So community hall is also where a lot of times you'll check out different sports equipment. They've also got tennis courts here, basketball courts, shuffleboard, and you can get all of that stuff here at community hall. I love that you can rent videos here too. Videos, LOL, and then return them right here. Videos, kids, are what existed before DVDs, and DVDs are what existed before streaming. And next to community hall, they have guest laundry. They've got basketball courts and tennis courts. They've got outdoor shuffleboard. They've got the bike rentals. They have all the pools. They also do the nightly or semi-nightly campfires that a lot of resorts do, as well as the movies Under the Stars. So because this is a DVC resort, because they're expecting people to maybe be staying for a little bit longer or have more resort days, there's a lot to do. It's also, as you can hopefully see, a gorgeous resort, and it's gigantic. So there's a lot of really great walking and jogging trails around here. So you can make a really great resort day by staying here at Saratoga Springs. So if you're looking at somebody who wants a little bit more laid back, kind of relaxing vacation, you can walk over to Disney Springs, then maybe Saratoga Springs is somewhere that you want to look into. Behind me is another one of the best perks of staying at Saratoga Springs, and that's the Senses Spa. The full name of this resort is Saratoga Springs Resort and Spa, after all. Now, this Senses Spa is a full service spa, so you can do massages, facials, nail services, hair services. You can do it all right here. Now, it is recommended that you book these appointments in advance because things will fill up. So if you're interested in any of the spa service, you're going to want to call 407-WW-SPAS before you get here to make sure you've got your treatments locked and loaded. Taking a look at the different spa offerings, they have a whole variety of facials, massages, body therapies. You can do some packages. They've got nail services. You can really treat yourself while you're here. Whoops, sorry y'all. This is a full service spa, but there is not hair services available here. My mistake. You're going to want to go to one of these other places like the Yacht and Beach Club or the Wilderness Lodge if you want your hair done. But let's be honest, you didn't come on vacation to get your hair done. You came for a massage or a facial. This is also where the fitness center is for this resort, back that in here. But I'm not staying here, so I feel like it's weird if I go in here. But I'll see if I can open the door. Oh my gosh, I can. Okay. We're in. Here's the fitness center. Okay, I feel like a fugitive. We gotta go. Let's talk transportation. At Saratoga Springs, there are I guess technically three ways to get around Walt Disney World. First of all, there is a boat that comes right here and it will take you to Disney Springs, but it will not take you to the parks. But if you want to go to Disney Springs, you can go on a lovely boat. You can also walk to Disney Springs and Old Key West Resort. Anywhere else you want to go for free with Disney transportation, you're going to have to take a bus. And like I mentioned earlier, it is going to make stops at several places around the resort. So if you don't want to deal with that, then you may want to consider driving, taking an Uber, a Lyft, a minivan, especially if you're doing something like getting up really early to try and get a boarding pass for Rise of the Resistance. But it is really nice if you're staying here to take the boat over, take a leisurely walk over to Disney Springs for dinner. Really, really nice. Could be a really great, relaxing check-in day activity. The full service table service restaurant at Saratoga Springs is called the Turf Club Bar and Grill. And to get there, you will head through Artist Palette and down this hallway, which is lined very coolly with brightly colored jockey uniforms, including this super awesome pink Mickey one that I'm very into. Outside of the Turf Club Bar and Grill, you're actually going to find some more recreation, some more places to hang out and enjoy yourself. They've got pool tables. Sometimes they actually have games you can ask the bartender or the cast members for. And they also have a full lounge here that opens up in the evenings. If you aren't coming for dinner, this is a good spot to come get a cocktail, come play a game of pool, and relax. Looking at the Turf Club lounge menu, inside the books, you're gonna find basically your classic Disney lounge menu that they have at most resorts across property. So nothing that exciting right there. However, they do have at the Turf Club restaurant, and you can order at the lounge as well, they do have a couple of different specialty drinks that are exclusive to this resort. Not the Magical Star cocktail, but things like the Preakness Cosmo or the Saratoga cocktail, those are going to be special for here. Also at the lounge, they do have a lounge menu. If you want some small plates, you could do some buffalo chicken dip, a charcuterie, calamari, wedge, salad, shrimp tacos, or a burger. And then they also have, if you want to take something to go, this is cooked up in Turf Club, the full restaurant. You can grab the prime rib, salmon, ribs, shrimp pasta, and chicken. You can grab those things to go here at the lounge without needing to go into the restaurant, and then you could take it back to your room or wherever you'd like to dine. Looking at the Turf Club full menu, they've got some appetizers here, maple burger and Brussels sprouts, that sounds amazing, French onion soup, they've got really good buffalo chicken dip, and then they've got prime rib, a New York strip, which I've had many times, it's really good. Whole roasted fish, salmon, ribs, pasta. And this is, again, a table service restaurant, and it's a 1-credit restaurant, and the food's actually very good and very well priced. So I'm not saying you need to come here if you're not staying here, but if you are staying here, you may want to consider eating here one night. And then again, they've got those specialty cocktails I talked about earlier. One of the best things about eating at the Turf Club, and something that you may want to consider, is they have this really nice porch you can request to sit on outside. And as long as it's not really hot out, this is a really nice place to sit and enjoy a meal. And you can watch the boats come and go. I personally really like sitting out here. So again, not saying you need to haul the whole family all the way over here to eat at the Turf Club, but if you're staying nearby, maybe Old Key West, or you're staying here, or you're just a couple who's looking for something a little bit different and more low-key, this is a good dinner option, and it's usually not an issue at all to snag a reservation. Well, friends, that is a wrap on my Saratoga Springs video. I hope you had fun. I hope you learned something new. Have you stayed at Saratoga Springs? Are you going to stay here soon? Definitely let me know in the comments. Do you want to teach me how to golf? Let me know that as well. In the meantime, friends, make sure to let us know what you want to see next. Make sure to rate, review, subscribe to our channel. Follow us on Instagram at AllEars.net. And until next time, y'all, I'm Molly, and it's been magical. Want to see more of my videos? Click over here. Want to subscribe? You can do that right here. And also, ring that notification bell to make sure you get instantly notified anytime we post a new video. Thanks for following. See you real soon.